It's one thing, Cheto Darpana Marjanam, to a certain extent, but it's another thing to actually inculcate Bhakti Shakti or plant the seed of prema into the heart of another living entity. So that means that people have to be pure. Therefore, following the four regulative principles, chanting a minimum, at least for the devotees in our movement, under Srila Prabhupada's auspices, chanting a minimum of 16 rounds daily. Then we can hope to be gradually gaining, purity, devotional momentum. That's required. If we're not on that platform, then we're not chanting the name. Some people complain about changing the tune too often. Some people complain about not changing the tune enough. But if one is chanting Shuddhanam, then it doesn't matter how many times he changes or how many times he doesn't change. Whoever's hearing that chanting of Shuddhanam is getting something substantial. But if someone's not chanting Shuddhanam, is chanting either the Chaya Namabhas or Pratibimba Namabhas, which is the offended name, then no matter how you cut it, you can change the tune as many times as you like, or you can not change the tune as many times as you like. And it doesn't matter how many times, it doesn't matter how supposedly devotional an atmosphere you generate by having a nice violin, or having a nice flute, or having a nice saxophone, or having nice djembes, to completely obliterate the beauty of the sound of the mridanga, or having nice bass guitars, or having nice heavy metal. Why not have heavy metal? Some people like that. And some people might even think that's quite devotional enough for them. It doesn't matter, how you embellish it. If you have, nice kartal playing, nice mridanga playing, nice, changes in the rhythmic patterns, changing up. If you do it correctly or you do it incorrectly, it doesn't really matter all that much. Because if you're not chanting Shuddhanam, even if you change up correctly, then, and the form of the kirtan may look together about itself. But the substance is lacking. So ultimately the bottom line is, more important than anything which has anything to do with form, how the kirtan looks, whether we're wearing one red sock and one blue sock, or whether we got some spiffy saffron socks on, with our spiffy, little gold buttons on our kurta or whatever. No matter how you cut it, if you're not chanting Shuddhanam, you're not doing real kirtan. So then it seems to me some emphasis should be given, or some stress laid on whether or not the individuals involved are doing their level best to convince Shuddhanam to appear in their heart and dance on their tongues. Otherwise, anyone can chant the syllables, Namakshara Nama Nahi. We say, Harinam, Harinam, but is it Harinam or is it Namakshara? Just an alphabetical configuration of syllabic sound vibration, but Prabhupada is told that a sinful person, someone who's not following the regulative principles, that such a person cannot chant the holy name. And even someone's following the regulative principles, but if he's not actually chanting Shuddhanam, he's not chanting the holy name, which is non-different from Krishna. Bhakti